Hello. So you find me, Riddler Reptiles, without my guest. How are we all doing? I've not heard from George so far. I did message her, and hopefully she turns up. But here we are. Whilst we're waiting, let's have a quick butchers and see what's going on. Paul's monitors busy in here. Don't worry. So someone's just joined the stream, and this person that's joined the stream is called Not All Heroes Wear Capes. May I welcome to the stage, not George, but Mr. Paul's monitors himself.
I said in the chat I'll join, but I've literally just got out the bath and I am
You're all right. Well, so, I mean, I was going to say, it's probably lucky you're not still in the bath, or unlucky maybe, I don't know. Gary said you can hear a cricket fart. Hello, Gary, by the way. Ben, Repti Chat, what's going on? With Visions, Mr. Ken, what's going on? Geese, how are you? We got Courtney. Hello, Courtney. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you joining. Natalia, hello. A pleasure as always. Nice to have you back. Baum himself, what's going on? Geezer. Coco's Herpetiles. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Oh, look who it is. Yeah, boy. What's going on, Jay? Paul, before I carry on with the messages, do you remember how obviously you used to like 2 hours in a car with me and you wanted to basically end me as you found me irritating?
Yeah.
I even got the same reaction out of my own sister earlier on, and she's known me for, 26 years.
I think since you've embraced the reptile hobby more, you've become more ADHD. So people are like kind of realizing how annoying you actually are because you're probably not repressing it as much now.
Yeah. There was just one point she was just like, "You are just so irritating." I was like, "Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's cool." The reptile shed. What's going on, Kieran? You good, mate? Riddler, not the one late for once. Yes, that makes a nice change.
I don't really know where to put everybody.
George, you're looking different. What happened?
I cut my hair off, and now I keep lizards. So,
yeah. My ball python recently had mites, and I'm 99% sure they're gone, but she's begun to rub her face on the holding tub I put her in. Any thoughts? I'm thinking maybe stress.
My ball python recently had mites, I'm 99% sure they're gone, but she's on the holding tub. Yeah, probably just wants to get out, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes
depending how you've treated it, because there could just be a really bad smell in there, and they want to get out because of that. Yeah, because if you've used Callingtons or something like that, that's terrible. You better the predatory mites.
Predatory mites, yeah, they're spot on now. Paul's room is a dream. Jealous.
It's a bit of a mess. I'm not prepared for this.
She might be sick of the tub. Right, that's Ben replying to Ryan. Reptile Shed, I'm good, mate. Thought I'd hop on. Appreciate you. Paul's room looking fire today. Oh. And Paul, how's the mangroves? The Kieran has asked.
Let me get some charge on my phone, and then we'll dig one out for the stream at some point. But I'm on like 20%. Oh, saying that, I'm Portal. Oh wow, I forgot that. Because I'm on my phone, not on my laptop. Just ignore the towel, everybody. Just forget that.
Wow, you weren't actually lying. Fair enough.
No, I don't make this up. I literally have just I sat down on the sofa, ready to watch my favorite YouTuber do a podcast, and here I
am. Gary has said this is how Riddler tricks Paul into doing True Tales again. No, he's burnt that bridge. He don't want to come back.
I didn't even think this would happen, and yet here I am.
Here you are. Kieran said portable Paul. To be fair, anyone in chat who knows to George and speaks to her more than I do,
is she okay?
Let me know, because my WhatsApp hasn't even gone through to her, and she's not seen my Instagram message. So if anyone knows that she's all right, there we go. Oh, that's. Hang on, let me put you on full screen.
UK captive mangroves, everybody.
Yeah.
This is baby Soul. Yeah.
That's the OG.
Well, second, but yeah. Solly's
Oh yeah, Soul. Sorry, not Soul. Yeah.
Solly's like double the size of this.
Hey, that's outrageous.
Yeah. So we have oh god, we have UK captive mangroves, baby mangroves. This is born on the 7th, I think. So like 5, 6, 7 days old, something like that. Oh, gape your mouth, or you'll be angry baby.
Angry baby.
Yeah, I would get the other one out because he's a lot more friendly, but I knew where Soul would be, and he was where I thought he would be, so it's easy. But I am going to put him away. But there you go, everybody.
Nice one. Solo layout. There you go. Captive bred or captive born baby mangroves.
Still probably technically captive bred as well, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. If you can message her, mate. Yeah. I'd be divorced if I did a Riddler. What's a Riddler? I'm not sure what I've done this time. Hi, Nate. Yeah, unfortunately, George isn't here for her own stream Q&A, so Paul has jumped in. Cute, yeah. Oh right, my! You're breaking hearts around the YouTube world. Look,
one will be for sale if you're in the UK, but they're not cheap. And
well, there we go. Take my money.
They won't be for sale for months and months and months, but
yeah,
the select home, they will be able to buy one off me eventually.
Yeah. Paul, I wish I could rock a tail like you, boy. Okay. There you go. Tori, hello, Tori. Thank you for joining. George looks different. Yeah. Do
I look better or worse, though, everybody? That's the question.
I was thinking, the milk snake is. Oh, bye, sweetheart. I was thinking the same. Well, shit, I hope she's okay. Yeah, if anyone does get in contact with George, please let me know that she is actually all right, because, like I say, I've not heard from her and she was buzzing for this. So someone let me know. But anyway, what's going on, Paul? What's good? What's happening?
I mean, I didn't plan for this, mate.
No.
You've caught me quite off guard. And I'm not going to give, I'm going to put it out there now. I'm not giving everybody like the 3-hour podcast that we normally do, but I can give you an hour at least.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, so you can do a solo. I'm all right. Had a haircut, so that's new. 3 captive baby mangroves. I got a black tree. Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yeah. Gil and I laying eggs at the minute.
Nice.
I've rearranged my room. I say rearranged. I'm making some preparations. So this here, you guys can't see it, but this bit here, there's going to be a 6 foot tall, 4 foot wide, 4 foot deep for my tree monitor, which should be done in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've moved on a couple of animals so I can make the space for that. That's about it, really. Not a lot, to be honest with you, mate. I've just been busy, been working a lot, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, and I'm going to change the background because you're not reptilian mentality. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. If she does turn up, then I'll put it back up. But otherwise, yeah. No, ideal. That's cool. That's cool. Are you feeling in a good place with your animals at the moment?
Yeah, I literally said to Matt today, because there's talk of, I'm not even going to try and say the Latin, but basically toad-headed agamas, the wide mouths, the secret toad-headed agama, the ones that actually flare their mouth.
Oh, yeah.
There's talk of a wild-caught import coming into the country. And obviously I love my Przowski toadheads. I think these are like Mercephiles or something like that. Anyway, I was like, oh yeah, could they be cool? I'll get them. Oh, they're not very big. They're so cool, blah, blah. And then I thought about it and I was like, I'm in such a good place with what I have. Like, I'm so blessed to be doing what I'm doing and have what I have. And I think it's such an incredibly toxic trait to constantly chase more. And we all do it, myself included. Yeah. But I do think, like, comparison is the thief of joy. And the whole time you're chasing something else, you're just like, oh, like, I really want those toad heads. I really want, for example, for ages, I wanted a black tree. You just forget about all the other great stuff that you have. So I'm really trying to be grateful and appreciative of what I have. Because I've got an amazing, and regardless of like, don't get me wrong, I'm very blessed. I have some really cool and rare lizards, but I've tailored my pets to me and my wants and my needs from my animals, and I enjoy every single animal in my room, regardless of their monetary figure or the species. Like those as animals as individuals, I adore them. So I'm very blessed to be in that situation, and it's taken me a long time to get here, but I'm actually kind of realizing it now, so that's quite nice.
Yeah, no, that's good, because obviously, what have we known each other for now? Like, it's just over a year, I think, is it? Year and a bit?
I think it was 2022, December 2022. So we've known each other all of 23. So about a year coming up, a year and 3 months, something like
that. Yeah, and obviously both of us have changed and grown and developed quite a lot in that time, and come to realizations, and wow, a lot has happened in that year and a bit, to be fair.
Yeah, man.
I mean, do you know what? I think it'd be really interesting to go back and see, like, the first ever podcast we did would be mad.
I watched my third ever podcast, which would have been early 2022.
Yeah.
And I was just cringing. I was literally like, hi, I'm going to talk to you about mangrove monitor care. I sat in my chair like 4 people watching. Like, not even for the social side. Like, obviously, it's no secret I've done really well on Instagram, and to be fair, my YouTube's doing really well at the minute as well. I'm closing in on like 3K subs, which is cool.
Nice, very nice.
And I found almost like a new rhythm with it, which is nice. But at the same time, I've also lost the mindset of the pressure, so I think that's why I'm enjoying it more. Because I'm just like, don't care. Like, what happens, and that for me is my recipe to success. And I've kind of found that with all that I do at the minute, and mate, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. It's good. It's always, I think it's always important to look back and reflect on where you've come from, to be fair. I know, for example, like I say, I'm sat in this reptile room, and it's becoming a really nice little reptile room. Like, I can see, I'd say easily, well, I say see as in, like, if they were by the glass, 80% of the animals now, whereas before I could see Ragnar and a load of tubs. You know what I mean? So it's nice. It's a really nice place to be in now, and it's only getting better by the day at the moment. So I'm enjoying it. So, like I was saying to you the other day, I'm hoping that the conservatory can become the new reptile room, but we're a little ways off that yet. But it would be quite nice. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but it might be a little way off yet. Like I say, we've got baby number 2 expenses coming, so that's going to be fun. But the good news is that I'm slowly starting to get there. I'm getting closer to the first tier of monetization on here, which is good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm closing in on 3K viewing hours.
Keep grinding. Now you got me, and
there you go.
I
look really pasty. I thought I'd sorted out the lighting.
I know you're back.
Yeah. Well, have I cut out a little bit?
Now I'm on here. You're gonna get some more. Yeah, you back? You here? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I've heard you the whole time.
We here? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. I opened the chat and it went a bit laggy. But what I was saying was, now that I'm on here, you'll get more watch hours.
Yeah. So. Well, no one apart from the people in the chat know that it's you at the minute. So.
True.
We've had a question.
I can't. I'm on my phone, but I should do a story. But anyway.
Where would you recommend to start with YouTube? Is something I'm thinking about starting properly.
Just post.
At the beginning, yeah. I mean, you can start.
Just post.
Yeah. You could do a reptile room tour. This is how we're starting. And then you could, start from there. You could do an introduction to yourself. You could do whatever, mate. I mean, if you overthink it, then you won't do it. You've just got to get on with it and or whatever the next project is, just make sure you're filming that, get it done and whack it up. So
the problem is with YouTube, no matter what you put out, it will be shit in comparison to what you put out in 6 months' time. So get out your head, post, except that my videos now are still shit, but they're less shit than when I started posting. And as long as every single video is slightly better than the last, I'm not in a sense of metrics, you're just more impressed with it or more proud of it. Because the way I think about this is, I'm 30 this year, and I started social media in 2022, so I would have in May, so I'd have been 27, because I'm 29 now. Yeah, so I was 27 when I started. Imagine if I started at 19.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to. I don't necessarily wanted to do it at 19, but from around 21, 22, I wanted to like do content. I never did because I was always too scared. I was worried about what people would think of me and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, what if my school friends see it? And they're like, oh, Paul's the weird lizard guy, even though they already knew that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then to be honest, it was Will Exotic that gave me a big kick to start YouTube. I just started Instagram before, and like I say, my first videos are terrible. And now I have a really nice cult following. Just hit 42 members on Patreon. So
nice. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, the 42nd member is fee because I've created a pound tier now.
All right.
She joined the pound tier, but
love that. But you have to give it back to her each month as well.
Nah. It probably will, and I'll end up paying back in it and somehow. But you know, I never thought this would happen when I started posting. You know, just post, just do it, just every day, like Instagram content, TikTok, whatever you want to do, every day, just do it. Show up every day. And then with YouTube, just post. If it's terrible, so be it. Just post, and it helps that you've got
just build on from it.
Yeah, and then you start building a community as well. Like you end up in a social circle with people that sort of do it, and all the smaller UK people. I'll join the £1 tiers. I'm not spending £2. I created a £1 tier purely for fee. So,
what editing gear? You can use. There's quite a few different ones. I'm currently using CapCut, which is a new one that I've gone for, which I'm really enjoying the editing. I use my phone to film and I edit on CapCut. I was using Premiere Rush, which is an Adobe package or an Adobe product, but I found CapCut to be quite a good one. What's the other one that people use? There's a couple of different ones. iMovie, yeah. Some people use iMovie as well. But there's one that Brad's Bioactive Builds that he uses. I think.
Don't know.
I can't remember, but again, it's just a standard one that you can add. I do pay for CapCut, but it's really good. So it's whatever. I mean, if you've got any questions on editing software and things like that, shoot me over a message or Paul or whatever if you're happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at editing, and I use free iMovie, but I don't make high edited videos. I make videos based around me and my animals.
Because I do wait until the next one drops. So many special effects and shit. But I'm loving it. Like I'm literally watching it back at the minute and I'm going, oh shit, I forgot I put that in there. And I'm really enjoying the editing on there. But I'm hoping to get it uploaded on Thursday. I'm just waiting on a bit more B-roll that I've asked from some lovely content creators that are helping me out, yourself included. I just feel like at the moment things been at standstill and got a lot of projects in the works that not yet announced or posted much about. Well,
I'll show you right now how to make a YouTube video. Right, this is literally how you make a YouTube video. Right.
There you go. We're going to get a live tutorial here.
What's up, everybody? Today we are going to check out my peach throat because why not? And then you go, boom, peach throat done. Oh, this is happening as well. Look, here you go. We've got some gillinite. Look at this. Oh, boom, slide this open. Just like this. Oh, wow, look, there's a gillinite. Oh, there's a gillinite nesting in there. Oh, wow, cool. Oh, thank you for watching. Patreon, you're that way. Love you, bye. It's a video. Done. It's done. Do not overcomplicate it.
And you can edit it as much or as little as you want as well.
People think that you have to make videos and you have to be like, there has to be something that doesn't. You see your animals every day. People, if they like you and they like your animals, they will watch regardless because they want to see what you're doing with your animals. Facts.
Yeah.
There you
go. Ken has said, I find Adobe Rush to be awesome. I was enjoying it. I was really enjoying it, but I found that CapCut has got a lot more possibilities with editing. So, right. At the minute, I think I only have YouTube Shorts up at the minute. Myself and a couple of others were discussing this recently. Shorts, if you want to do long form content on YouTube, Shorts can be an absolute bastard. We've actually found by doing like some tests and trials that they do affect your long form. So be careful with Shorts because if YouTube looks at you and thinks that's a Shorts creator, your long form won't be shown as well or as much. One every now and again we found is all right, but I started my channel as pretty much a shorts channel, thinking I'm building up subscribers. I got up to 1,000 subs really quickly, and then I'd put out a long form video and it'd get 30 views, and I was like, well, maybe I'm just shit. And partially, yeah, that's true, because my early videos weren't great, but I have found that since I've stopped doing shorts and or less of them, I know I've improved and I'm getting to be known by more people, but there's no denying the reach that you get by not posting too many shorts. So, and there's like 3-4 of us that have said the same, so I'd be careful with those. Absolutely, after this I'll pop one over, no worries. Yeah, like I say, DMs are always open. Great example.
Have we got questions to answer or what?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah, man.
I've bought an yeah. CapCut is great. CapCut is great. 100k views for that.
This isn't a conversation. This is a Q&A.
This is a Q&A. All right, I need to know about that. Oh, let's have a look. What's going on? Right, let's have a look at some questions then. Right. I did take some screenshots of them. That one's more directed to me. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 3 guesses who asked this one, and it's simply, can I have Ragnar?
Oh, fucking, who I forget his name. It's Kieran, isn't it?
It is Kieran, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Kieran.
And the answer...
I had 2 names in my head, but yeah.
Yeah, the answer is the same as always.
Yes.
No. Where are the questions gone?
Why don't you buy a baby, one of the little imports, Kieran?
He nearly did, I think, if I remember correctly. But unfortunately, hoping he doesn't mind me saying this because he did tell me, a friend of his did get one, and unfortunately, it wasn't a happy ending.
A bunch of them died.
Really?
Shit. Unalived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah.
Paul, what basking temperature should I be aiming for? I'm getting the enclosure in and running today or tomorrow. And for those of you who don't know, Gary is joining Indicus Gang.
Right, I'm going to bore you all with science now.
Here we go.
So I no longer check basking temperatures. Oh, cancel Paul's monitors. Basically, let's just say, for argument's sake, you have a 50-watt halogen, let's just say, because obviously we're all using halogens to heat our animals. That 50-watt halogen produces the exact same amount of energy regardless of what happens. And I don't use thermostats. Oh, cancel Paul's monitors. But anyway, so that 50-watt halogen is producing the same amount of energy throughout the day. Within a minute of it coming on to the minute of it going off, it's got the same amount of energy. Now, after 5 hours of it being on, it's going to heat up, for example, a piece of slate to a nice toasty temperature, and that slate's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter, and it's going to absorb the heat and reflect it back out, and you're going to get a nice temperature gunned infrared C surface temperature of 130 for a mangrove, that sort of temperature. So you're looking at about 50 degrees, that sort of temperature, Celsius, or 130 degrees Fahrenheit. But that 50-watt halogen, the exact same distance from a piece of cork, because cork is more insulative, it doesn't reflect the infrared C half as good as the rock would. So when you're temperature gunning, you're like, oh, I've only got, I don't know, 100 or something like that. Even though the energy is exactly the same. You said, oh, I need a bigger bulb, or I'll up my thermostat. When actually, you don't need to do that, because the property that you're temperature gunning just isn't as good at absorbing and reflecting the heat that you're trying to read.
Yeah.
So put your hand under there. If you feel an instantaneous warm glow that's not ridiculously hot, you're good. If your lizard goes and basks and it's there for hours, bump the temps / turn the thermostat up, raise the basking spot, up the halogen, whatever you want to do. If it starts lifting its legs up, or if it's kind of twisting or contorting, then it's too hot, do the opposite. That's all I do. It is literally that simple.
You're doing it by reading the animal as opposed to following basically a temp gun. But to be fair, that's one of the things. That's one of the things you told me. Remember with Ragnar's basking spot, because it was on cork.
Yeah, I have them. Yeah. I don't. It's not like I'm not like a
savage. Yeah.
I don't just go. Like, I do have these tools. I need to order a power density meter, because that's what I'm talking about. Is power density.
Yeah.
But they're like a couple £100, and I have barely been working lately due to family matters, so I've got no money.
Yeah.
But you can roughly gauge it on your hand.
Yeah.
And again, like you say, you get to see the animals, because if some animals, like every animal, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, Well, I only have 5 mangroves here now, but at one point I had like 9. They all have completely different personalities, so they're all going to act and interact with their environment completely differently, even though they're the same species. So just read the animal, but you want to answer the question, you want to aim for around 130 degrees Fahrenheit on rock, and around, if you're getting 110 on cork, you're pretty much about right.
Yeah, sweet. And then Gary also asks, does the color of the rock make a difference? Black absorbs and lighter color reflects.
Yeah, but rocks are gonna still, because again, if you temperature gun the basking spot, if your lights come on at 8 and you temperature gun it at 10, and then you temperature gun it again at 6 p.m., it's gonna be hotter, but the energy is exactly the same. It's all that's changed is your basking spot, let's just call it item of choice, has absorbed more heat and is reflecting more heat. That's the only difference. Whereas on cork, which I quite like for monitors, because throughout the day, the power density might be the same, but because the rocks got so hot, they don't want to bask anymore. But on cork, because it's insulative, it doesn't get too hot for the point where they don't want to bask, so they'll still bask all day. Like monitors are in and out, in and out, in and out. But if their rock gets too hot, I still want the correct power density, so I don't want to take that away from them. So I'll put cork in there instead. So I personally like, and when your temperature go, you're, oh, well, it's a bit low or it's a bit low. Well, it's not. The density is right, but you're looking at it primitively of my temperature gun says 100, but I'm aiming for 130. But it's not. Thing is with it, like I'm more into keeping than other people are. I'm further on my journey, so that's where I'm at. Some people are still like, well, my temperature gun's my best friend, and that's great. Good, like nothing wrong with that. I've just gone on to the next rung of the ladder, let's just call it that.
Yeah, I got a power density meter for my recent upgrade, and it helped me a lot because the hot side is a lot bigger than I was used to. That tool made sure I wasn't over or underheating.
Yeah. Your power, honestly, as soon as I've got some spare money, which will probably be never, but I'm gonna buy one. Like power density meter, UVI meter or a solar meter, and a lux meter, and you're good to go. I've got.
I would love
power density.
I would love a solar meter. I think that would be a good shout because, like I say, obviously, ever since you came round, I've been moving things and changing things around and increasing UV and moving and things like that. So it would be quite good to sort of redo it, I guess, because things are getting moved around. I understand it a bit more as well because, like I say, it's easy for the reptile shop to say, yeah, you put your halogen or you put your heat lamp here and then you put your UV lamp across there at the right wattage, and that's it, job done, and that's it, that's all you get. But then, like you say, when you went dark there, when you came around and went, yeah, these are all wrong, you go, oh shit.
But then like there's a couple of things with that. So like I have a lot of animals. I have more than you, but you have a lot of animals.
Yes.
If you buy the same length UVB for 90% of your collection, right, my Ackies, okay, they want a UVI of 6. Perfect. Boom. After a year, that UVI has dropped to 4. Oh no, that bulb's now redundant. Oh no, it's not. Let me check it. My tree monitors want a UVI of 3 to 4. Perfect. Because I've got the same size UVB, I'll put the lamp in with the tree monitors. And then after a year, it drops down to UVI 2. Oh no, what can I use that for now? Oh, perfect. My little geckos, they can have a UVI too. So all of a sudden, this lamp's lasted 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Everything.
Yeah.
So I'm only buying one lamp.
Yeah.
Every year, just say, to replace the Ackies or the Savannah
as
monitors,
opposed to 6 or 7 lamps at a time, which costs.
Yeah, but then you go another step further. Luminize. Luminize, you can literally set whatever UVI you want. So my toadhead Edagamas over there, they're on luminized. And because we're coming into spring now, I've upped their UVI to 6. As we get into summer, I'm upping their UVI to 8. And as we get down into autumn, I'll drop it to 6. And then as we get down into winter, I'm going to drop it to 4.
That's so good.
So they're not only going to have temperature change, they're not only going to have daylight hour change, but they're also going to have density of UVI change. Like, and you can't do that without a solar meter. So for the sake of a couple £100, like we're all like, oh yeah, let's buy a new snake or let's buy a solar meter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
17 people in chat. Appreciate you all. If you are
Everyone's
new
like,
here,
pause monitors.
if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much. I'm just going to get that plug in there. Amy, hello Amy, how you doing? Nice to see you.
I'm blowing everyone's mind now.
Yeah, no, this is good. Like I say, I remember you telling me about that idea of like having the same size UV unit. Now, unfortunately, at the point where I've got the majority of mine are all in anyway, and they are different sizes. But I think there's one in a bearded enclosure that's the same size as Ragnar's. I've got 3 or 4 shade dwellers. I've got some others that are like the 2-foot ones. So it's not horrendous, but it's.
People don't realize
Also,
that
a
lot of people buy UVB that's like, depending on the species, UVB only has to cover the animal. So, for example, if you've got a leopard gecko, obviously you don't need a 39 watt 3-foot UVB in there because you've probably only got it at 3-foot viv for argument's sake. But correctly set up, you can utilize that. Just make sure that the animal can't reach that overexposure. So there are ways around it. But for example, my Stellodactylus geckos, they're a tiny little gecko. They're about an inch long, and they're only in a 2-foot viv. So I have to buy a new. I don't have any other 2-foot UVB, so I don't really have a lot of choice for them. But all of my tree monitors, all of my mangroves, my Ackies, they're all on 39 watt, which is the 3-foot, and then my Savannah is on the 54 watt, which is just the 4-foot, and I've only got that one purely because she's a big lizard. But for the most part, most people that are keeping generic stuff in 4-foots, especially if you've got like a 4-foot stack, you can buy the same length UVB and just drop the lamps down, because the chances are if the animal wants a higher UVI, it wants a hotter anyway. So you put it at the top of the stack and that lamp will just work its way down. So.
Yeah. Spot on. Love that. Also, multiple basking areas with different material lets them choose what they want. Slate is a hard surface. Sometimes they want softer heat surface.
Yeah, and I like softer lamps.
Literally got one of, if not the best corn snake enclosure I've ever seen. It's incredible. Like, that is a very well looked after corn snake for sure.
Yeah, I think I saw her pop up on yours and Alex's, and she was saying it's like a 6. She wants to do like a
6 by 2 by 2, but she wants to convert it to 644.
Yeah, it's mad. Fair play.
No, wait, I just joined. Why is Paul here?
Yeah,
because Riddler got stood up.
Yeah, because Paul's not all hero wears capes. So yeah, you can't. I was going to go somewhere with that then. Oh yeah, it's like you get tungsten halogens and incandescent halogens, and incandescent halogens are like a softer light, and I like incandescents for softer skin animals, like a peach throat, for example. I like an incandescent because sometimes tungstens I do find are that little bit too harsh.
Yeah.
So it's all about sort of adapting and changing, because there's so many products now that we can use to like benefit the lives of our animals. So
yeah,
it's just a case of finding what you like that works for your animal and then utilizing it in the best way for them.
Yeah. Kieran makes a good point. We're reptile keepers. Of course, we have no spare money. Facts. Well, especially after, I tell you what, I don't know if you saw Kieran's story the other week, the amount of, Arcadia LEDs and UVBs that he bought. God damn, no wonder you're out of money, geez.
I've got another baby for everybody.
Oh, go on, let's have a look. Let's have another look. Oh, look.
Also, we had the mangrove out earlier. So yeah, this is a little baby Gilleneye, 3 months old. Yeah, oh Jesus. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Best pet monitors.
They're so cool, man.
Best pet monitors. You're going to begin a species of monitor, Gilleneye. You don't have to buy from me, but
do it.
Gilleneye. Yeah. If you're in the UK, to be fair, I've got none for sale at the minute. I've got eggs due to be laid, but I've got no Gilleneye for sale. But yeah, they are the best pet monitor. Like,
they're
facts.
incredible.
Well, especially beginner. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So sick. Oh God, Tris. Hello, Tris. Thank you for joining. It's a shame there isn't some kind of group where members can loan out meters for others to use. I guess it's one of those though. When it's £100 worth of equipment, it's quite a difficult one to loan out. You'd have to really trust the person. I know obviously you could do like a deposit or something like that, you know, break it, you buy it sort of thing, but it's a lot of hassle, I think. But I like the idea, but like I say, because it's sort of 200-300 quid's worth of equipment, it'd probably be quite tough.
They're worth saving for, because even if it takes you a year to save up and buy it, just be strict with yourself and be like, my animals are going to really benefit from me having this. Just be strict and save.
Yeah. Got to head off now. Have a lovely rest of the live. Thank you, Nay. Appreciate you. Question: what are your opinions on tent enclosures?
You want to take this one?
I'll be honest, I don't know enough about them, but from what I've heard from others, is they're, depending on the species that you put in there, they can be quite easy to get out of, and they're sometimes not that reliable. But again, I don't know enough about it, so I couldn't really say.
I've never used them, so I can't comment, but I feel like they do have a place in regards to species like Chinese water dragons, Australian water dragons, hadrosaurs, stuff like that. Stuff that are renowned for glass surfing or nose bombing. I think they're good for keeping humidity, especially for species that don't necessarily need it blisteringly hot. If you want to use a grow tent, more power to you. That's pretty much my opinion on it. So, yeah.
I don't think it's harmful, is it? Obviously, depending on what you're putting in there, it's
no. I think
as long as it's species appropriate.
Get out. Yeah.
There you go. I shared my UVI meter with a friend, who then lent it to a friend, who then couldn't find it. There you go.
Expensive thing to lose.
Yeah, or lose. I hate to be that guy, but a lot of trust would be needed. Yeah. Not all heroes wear capes. Some have patho mangroves.
First, second, and third in the UK.
What?
I've got the whole podium.
Gold, silver, and bronze, baby. To be fair, she chose what she could for me to replace mine, but that made me not want to offer it up anymore. Yeah, I'll come over when you're ready. Yeah, there is that. I mean, if you're local, then that's different, I guess. But we love the Gill and I. I'll have to go back and watch from the start. Yeah, you can see me getting stood up and bringing Paul in instead. Sorry, I'm late. No worries, Matt. Appreciate you. It was just shy of 1,000 worth of Arcadia. That's mad.
Jesus, man.
Mad. He dropped nearly a bag on that. The right animal they work. They are not for monitors at all. There you go. Gary has got involved with the grow tent chat. There we go. I have had a full-grown tegu in one for over 2 years with no issue, but I made some modifications to the tent to allow it to withstand tegu claws. Okay. Limited visibility of the animal would make it a no from me. I feel the same way, but not much visibility of the animal in a grow tent.
You can buy the ones with big windows, or you can retrofit windows into them, but
yeah. Right, we've caught up with the chat, so we can either.
Next question.
Here we go. This one is from Natalia, who sent it on Instagram. What is your opinion on what is the most impractical reptile to own?
A savanna monitor.
Oh, impractical.
Yeah, they require so much space, time, energy, and money for how small they are.
Yeah.
How small they start, and how cheap they are. So they are impractical, because you get a tiny little lizard that's like $40, and then it needs a half of a room, like 150-degree basking spot across the space of 3 or 4 halogens to cover the whole animal, so you're not getting thermal burns. A UVI of like 8, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And deep soil, constant maintenance. Like, I know, I have one.
Yeah. Speaking from experience,
it's a good shout, to be fair.
But
Savannah is what I would say.
Just realised what happened. George seems to have gained a Y chromosome. Has anyone heard from George yet? I haven't.
And a Lucasade addiction as well.
Yeah. Sailfin. It makes the animal feel more secure and safe, but it also startles the fuck out of them when you come in and unzip sometimes. Well, I guess there is that as well. If they can't see you coming and all of a sudden you hear zip, there is that. What else did we get? Let's have a look.
What's your no? You got answer as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Most impractical. I probably should have thought of these before I got on.
You had
but
the cheat code.
I know, but I've been, as always, mate. You know, I'm honestly, I go to work to chill nowadays. Like it's just non-stop here. Like just today alone, I had to drop the car off for an MOT. My sister picked me. Well, she was meant to pick me up. I ended up walking home because she got caught in traffic. Went to go and find her a new car.
Caught in traffic. You're an annoying twat. Oh no, I can't make it.
Went to go and find her a new car. We no bueno. We got back. My dad brought the final fish from London to put in the pond. And then I was making dinner, and then it's been all sorts, picking the car up from an MOT, blah blah blah, this and that. So it's just been non-stop. So in actual fact, one of the last messages I sent to George was, "I've been really busy, but I should be on time." But I guess that wasn't necessary.
Answer the goddamn question, Riddler.
Baum has answered for me. I couldn't agree more. Giant snakes, retics, berms. I'm going to go with them because, like, I know monitors need a lot of space, you know, and things like that. But a retic, a berm, full grown, that's like, it's madness. It's mad.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I don't understand.
That's big is just impractical. Yeah.
And especially something like that, like, you know, like I say, I know you get some big monitors and they're active and things like that, but if you put you know, a big monitor in an 8-foot, 10-foot enclosure, then it's different. But a berm in an 8 or 10-foot enclosure, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with that as well. I mean, it's like what did I watch recently? To be fair, it was it was on YouTube, and they were going around one of these expos, and they were like, "Oh, you know, what have you bought?" And it's like a kid, like 15 years old. I've bought a retic. It's in a bag about this big, fine, but it ain't going to stay in that bag forever. It's going to get a little bit bigger there.
This hobby is toxic, mate. That's why. It's why I always say to people, I never look out. I'm just always looking. Look at what I'm doing. Look at my animals, and that's it. Like, no interest.
Amy says, I don't think savannas are an impractical monitor to keep. Sorry, just my opinion. That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to theirs.
Zach Ridley stood up twice today. Yeah, back to the olden days. And for me, Calcutta, they are bulldozers, and you can't really keep it contained in a normal household setting. Yeah, I'm assuming, Matt, this is for what I said about the big snakes. Can't you keep them in drawers? You can. They're just quite big drawers, and
people do.
People do, but you probably shouldn't. Venomous snakes, yeah, fair. Any of the big tortoises, yeah, fair shout. Aldabras, Salcatas are trying to keep an old Mini driven by a toddler with an appetite of a teenager. That's quite a good description. I like that. I've had my Salcata in my yard for 12 years. She never tried to escape, but she will mow down anything in the yard. Yeah. You're not stopping that. When they go full pelt at you, you're in trouble. Right. What else have we got? Oh, this is one from Tori. Your answer is going to be very simple. If you could keep only one, lizards or snakes? I mean, snakes. You're already doing that. You haven't got any snakes at the minute, have you?
Nah.
You nearly got, what was it you nearly got recently?
Candoya Pulsini, because it's got my name in it, so you have to buy it. It's Solomon Island ground boa.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
I was very close to buying a Solomon Island ground boa, but I knew I'd have it for 6 months. Feel guilty that I'm keeping a rather large, even though they're not big. But I hate snakes because they're really hard to make look small in enclosures. You got to give them a lot of space because they're long. So I was like, no. I'm glad that I didn't get it, but at the time I was, especially because Matt was at the guy's house in that morning and coming to my house afterwards.
Well, Matt has just said, talking of that, when am I dropping it off?
Don't let his missus know that he's keeping it for me. But yeah, lizards all day, mate. Snakes, in comparison to lizards, snakes are boring.
Do you know what? I even though I do have mostly snakes, I do fully get what you're saying. Like, when I'm in the reptile room, 3, 4, 5 of the enclosures are empty, and the only ones where you've got things out and about during the day are the lizards. You know, like go in the living room, you've got the blue tongue, who still a bit shy at the minute, but the beardies are out. I know they're not the most, you know, they're not most active.
You don't really have diurnal species, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
snakes. So...
No, not really. It's something I'd maybe like to look at in the future. Yeah, there you go. Look, clearly my question wasn't for the right co-host. Yeah, unfortunately, this one was an easy one.
You know the problem with snakes as well? Snakes are so easy to hoard.
Yeah.
Like, obviously doing it incorrectly, but snakes are so easy to hoard. And once you get one or two, you end up down a slippery slope. Even keeping them in Bavaria, people don't give them UVB, people don't give them LEDs, people don't give them halogens. When you keep lizards, I don't agree with this, but majority will agree. You almost feel like a lizard. A lizard is more sentient. Even as reptile people, we see lizards and we're like, oh, they're so much more smarter and they're so much more inquisitive and they deserve more, which is a horrible mindset. But let's be honest with ourselves. We all know people that have that or have had it. So when you have lizards, like, I guess like you can't see it, but I've got a 6'4" for a bloody 2-foot lizard. Like, you know, I wouldn't put a 2-foot snake in that. Put a 2-foot lizard in it. So she's nearly 3 foot. To be fair, let's not play it down. But you know, I wouldn't do that for a 3-foot snake. A 3-foot snake, I'd probably put in a 4-foot viv and go, it's all right. Would never put a 3-foot lizard in a 4-foot viv. So that's why I don't like snakes, because I feel like they deserve a lot more than we give them. And I'm personally not willing to sacrifice the space when I could give it to a lizard.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get that. Like I say, I mean, they're more, I guess one word for it is they're almost like more fun, if you want to put it that way. Like, they're more active, you see them more, they're part of your day. Whereas for the snakes, it's almost like you see one out during the day, you're like, what are you doing? But then obviously when Ragnar's out and about, and if she's basking or she's doing what she's doing and things like that, it's good. But for me, it's a tough one, because I do love my snakes. Like, I know they're not as
it's not a tough one, because if I said to you, you have to get rid of all your lizards in your room, you have to get rid of all your snakes, which ones are you picking? I know for a fact you get rid of all your snakes. So stop beating around the bush and just pick lizards.
Wait,
tell me if you
put it, no, you're not. But if you put it that way, no, you're not.
Tell me exactly. It's lizards.
But I know, but it's one of those, because I look at it and I'm like, but because obviously it's if you could only keep one of them ever again, like, all right,
Riddler, the
fine.
video's gone past 10 minutes. You don't have to drag it out. Just pick lizards. I'm not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm a big fan of snakes. Like, I do love some of the snakes.
Oh yeah, same as I do. But lizards is much more superior. Especially varanids, and they have tongues, so it's best of both worlds.
Yeah, agreed. Snakes are boring. 15 years of keeping majority of snakes, 3 months of monitor keeping, and I love them. Much more exciting and interactive. I get more joy out of diesel than any of my collection. I'm starting to fall back in love with frogs and building terrariums, paludariums again. So maybe having a big change up soon. I have 2 snakes and I love them, but Paul is right. They're boring, even with the setup in the Vivs. My Falsey thinks she's a monitor, to be fair.
She can think, but she's not. Like, trust me. She can think it all she likes.
Why is Paul on? Riddler got stood up. Riddler got stood up. And what proper? Twice today. Yeah, I'm hoping someone has heard from George. Like I say, we've not heard from her yet, but conspiracy Paul is George with a very good filter, the beard filter. Lizard gang. Yeah, Dan is Lizard gang. Yeah. Hopefully she's right, since no one has heard from me. Yeah, I hope so. Like I say, I mean, I did message her earlier on. I didn't hear anything, so I know a few people have messaged her, so hopefully she's right. But yeah, in answer to the question, yeah, all right, I'll go lizards as well. This one could work for us as well. What current projects are you working on? Well, to be fair,
what are you working on, Riddler?
At the minute, sort of nothing, but hoping to start I can't do any more royal builds at the minute. 19 in chat. Smash the like button. Love you all. Yeah, boy. But I'm hoping to do a. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm hoping to.
Yeah, boy. I'm leaving.
I'm hoping to do a custom background for the milk snake soon. And the more I think about it, the more I want to do like similar to the Tokay, where I want to have a ventilation system in there, and I'm going to have really nice levels for obviously basking and climbing and things like that. It's not going to be obviously similar to Tokay, but the idea stays the same. 20 in chat.
This guy. It's like old days, Riddler.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do next. And I'm really hoping to give her a really nice enclosure. Like, it's all right at the minute. It's nothing special. But I've got an idea for a background that I want to do. And I've still got some leftover, polystyrene grout. I just need some spray foam. Imagine if that towel fell down.
I had to just do it up because I know I was standing up.
There you go. God, there you go. There's Paul's next project.
This is my next project.
Yeah.
For a tree monitor. It's massive, and I'm not going to bother putting it back. I'm going to put it there. But let's leave it in the background so everyone knows how big it is. Yeah, that's what I'm doing next. I'm building a massive tree monitor enclosure.
He's building it out. He is, yes. He joined after he got out of the bath, so there is that.
Right, I'm going to put some shorts
on. B, bring the man some shorts.
Please bear with me, everybody. Technical difficulties. No one look.
This ain't OnlyFans. But yeah, as with regards to projects for me, that's hopefully my next one with regards to like builds and things like that. Hang on. Got to run, but we'll watch back later. Thank you, Tori. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm not his slave.
Do you know what? She's probably pissed because we were like spending the evening together, just had dinner, and you're like, I've sent you a DM. I was like, oh,
you offered.
I in jest.
No, you offered.
I can't shake him. He's everywhere. Honestly, I do everything I can to escape from you, and you're like a bad smell, and you just hang around.
You're not escaping the Riddler. Riddler, I've got a 4x18x18 and a 3x2x2 available in a few weeks, so I'll let you know when ready. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Paul, do you find Vivs only work with glass?
Jesus Christ. So everybody, the ginormous Viv, I may or may not have forgot to pick it up. Well, pick up the glass when I picked it up. So at the minute, if I did build it, the tree monitor would escape. So I have to go back to said person's house to get said glass. I think they might be coming to AHH, so I can get it from them then. But they're only like 40 minutes from me, so it's not the end of the world.
Oh, that's not too bad. I just finished a build for a 5x3x2 outside enclosure for my hyper blue tongue. Oh, the hyper melanistic. That's sick. That is
ADHD.
Oh, yeah, it's me as a skink. I'm nearly finished with my background. What's that for, Kieran? Let us know. But yeah, project-wise, they are coming to a bit of a slowdown at the minute. Obviously, as you saw, Mr. Viv Visions, Ken is lending me some Vivs for a little while, so the rack will hopefully be gone soon.
This thing is generally huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bloody massive. God damn!
Can we see
that? Is sick. Yeah, that is sick. Hey,
I'm putting a tree monitor in this.
Yeah.
Mad.
And that,
not yet, because I've got no glass.
Just put some cling film in front of it for now.
I have to do something. I've got a spare shower door, to be fair. So.
Oh, right, there we go. But yeah, that's it for projects for me at the moment. I'm hoping to pick up with some more soon, but I'm going to be a father of 2 in less than 2 months, probably. So, yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah, that's almost a human rack, isn't it? What else have we? got? I got lots of silly ones.
Yeah, hit us with some silly ones.
No, but they're like inappropriate silly. That's the problem.
You can read them out, Riddler. I just won't answer
them. Well, our boy Mr. Will Exotic has asked, are we ever going to see a male roughneck? So obviously this one's directed all towards me. Hopefully. Now, is it going to be anytime soon? No.
What's the name? Stop the cap.
Unless my YouTube and Patreon and TikTok and Instagram blow up overnight, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But, you know, we move. Does Future Child have a name yet? If not, can Patreon decide? Absolutely not. We have a name ready to go.
Is it a secret?
It is, yeah. I'm so stoked to be getting this fucking enclosure in the house, then I can start on the adult walk-in enclosure. Got a 6.5 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot coming for the berm to grow out in more height, and a 3 by 4 by 2 for an arboreal species with the eyes. Have you bought that one yet, or is that going to be another purchase? Because you can't stop purchasing at the moment. And also, let us know if your berm was eaten yet, because I know you were struggling with that for a little while. You both know what species it's for. Oh, right, okay. All right, I won't say it just in case it's a secret. But, bro, why does this start at such a weird time? Well, I started it at 7:30 in our time.
It's also a Monday.
It is, yeah. Yeah, there is
his
that.
next child Paul, even though it's a girl.
Little Pauline or Paula.
Paula.
Just calling his next child. Sir Willith. But yeah, stop bitching, Will. It hasn't started at a weird time. You just live in a weird country. I can really see Gary just sitting in his enclosure when he can't be bothered to deal with the kids.
I even gave Will a nice shout out earlier, and then he comes in and does this.
Yeah.
No, I did. A lovely shout out it was.
Yeah. And this is how he replays.
He replays it. He will replay it because then he'll get to see the nice compliment.
Well, he better be replaying it.
Probably not.
No.
Just like you do with mine. I haven't done one in a while, to be fair, so it's all good.
It's coming back soon, isn't it?
I think I'm going to do one this Sunday.
Cool.
I'm going to message the guests that I cancelled on and see if they're free. And if they're not, I'll do a solo.
Sweet. Berm ate a chick, but not what I wanted really. It's better than nothing. And the new species got to save some money first.
I think I know what it is.
I think I know as well, but we won't say just in case. Starts at weird times for me too, Will. I think it's even weirder for you, though, Zach, to be fair. What time is it in Ausland at the moment? What are you, 11 hours ahead, I think? Something like that. I'm looking at setups for my BRB, so it's difficult finding a good size for her. She's only 2 foot. Oh, man. I love Brazilian rainbow boas. God damn. Actually, to be fair, yeah, all right, no worries. Sorry, I've just had a thought. Could come on mine on Saturday, a little podcast birthday episode.
Are you inviting me on?
I'm not sure. I think so. Was that for Paul? I'm assuming it's not me.
No. I have Elijah, so I can't.
All right, fair enough. You're just gonna go.
No, I left it there on purpose, but no, I've got my son. And you do your podcast at a stupid time. If you want to do it late, I'll come on at like 8:00, but 5:30 he's still awake, so no.
Have a guess what it is. I'm going to guess chondro.
I'm going to guess tree monitor.
Ooh. Could have been you, Riddler.
He wanted an invite to this. He's just sat at home like.
Even if it was me, I'm on late on Saturday anyway, so I'm going to be at work, unfortunately.
Like I say, if you want to do a late one, Ben, like 8:30, I'm down. If not, I can't help you.
She likes biting faces. Nice. Gotta love a rainbow boa. Well, that's because it's afternoon for us. It's the evening for these guys. Yeah. I was thinking 6x4x3. Nice.
Massive.
Nice. Yeah. One of you is right.
Me.
Okay. I guess we'll find out. Leave it with me, Paul.
I tell him all the time.
You
I
later.
literally say to him, he's like, "Oh, secret." I was like, "I hate this shit. I hate this whole social media shit. Like, oh, what's it? What is it? Oh."
The thing is, though, it can work. It's like doing unboxing new reptiles. It works. It works.
Yeah, but it will still work if you tell the 20 people or wherever it is what you're getting.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? It's not like all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, I'm not going to watch it." I'm also a terrible YouTuber, so don't take advice from me. I was having a hiatus. I got a podcast Monday night. Now I'm going on a podcast Saturday night. Probably won't do my podcast Sunday now, everyone, so I can actually see Fee.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm sure I was sent. Yes, here we go. Kieran sent me a couple as well. I think. Oh God, I've lost it. Kieran, what did you send me questions on? Was it Instagram or WhatsApp?
Oh, they're perfect. Fee doesn't want to see me, so I can just do podcasts every night this week.
There you go. Let's have a look. I got my new apprenticeship starting tomorrow, Riddler. I told you about it, the thing with the NDA. Oh, yeah, cool.
He just incriminated himself then. I told you about it with a non-disclosure.
I'm going to get that off screen quick time, just in case.
He's like, sorry, tree monitors.
Coco, check out the channel Rex Calubra's All Animal channel. He has an incredible setup for his BRBs and some small locality boa constrictors in a communal setting. Okay.
What's Ben's question?
At this point, you haven't asked my question, to be honest. What did you ask your question on, Ben? I can't find it. I mean, I'm assuming it was nonsense if I didn't save it. No offense. Oh, fucking hell. Look who's turned up. He's going to think I'm cheating on him now, isn't he?
You are.
Well,
Mate,
yeah,
they always come running back, Alex. They always come running back.
Very misleading thumbnail and title.
What he's done, he's used a female AI for the clicks, and then you come in, and then it's Paul's monitors. Everyone's like, "Oh shit!" It's the perfect gimmick to get into that bloody monetization. We know your game, and he's played it off as a sob story.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I hope George is okay.
Yeah.
The views.
Matt's on my bed. Like, well, we talk about feedings. They was given to me from a live snake feeding at 5 weeks. Oh, damn. Okay. I was disgusted at their enclosure. The rats was in there for 2 days. Ah, savage. I'm getting both, to be fair, but want to downsize first to get what I actually want to enjoy. I'm taking a leaf out of Ben's book. I just want to enjoy species that I've always wanted. You've been buying so many reptiles recently, Ken. What do you mean?
It's also not Ben's book. I taught Ben. I wrote the Bible.
What does everyone do for work or hobbies other than the reptile keeping? I go through hobbies like nobody's business. Aviation photography, astrophotography. What else have I been doing? I've actually forgotten, but I do like a hobby. What else have I done? I can't even remember. But yeah, I just, it's that thing of chasing the what do you call it? Chasing the
dopamine.
That's it, chasing the dopamine. I'm always there going, oh, I like that. I'm going to try that. And then I go out and I shoot pictures of stars when it's -1 degree outside and I get all cold and I go, that's a nice picture. Maybe I'll do it again. And I never do it again because it was cold. So there is that.
I'm the same. ADHD. I've had 1,001 hobbies. Yeah. One hobby that I did really enjoy that I miss is archery.
Oh, yeah.
I did archery for a while. I really enjoyed archery.
Okay.
It was very therapeutic. Going out and shooting stuff with a bow and arrow. Very primitive.
Yeah.
Not animals, by the way, everyone. Just Lucasade bowls. Self-taught. But I did enjoy archery.
Where is it? Reptile Shed. Where are you? The Reptile Shed. There it is.
Ben, what's your question? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
just been made redundant, so not much work, hobbies. Jesus Christ. Have you actually? Sorry to hear that, mate.
Savage. Yeah, savage that is, mate. Gym, cycling, and triathlon. Jesus.
Yeah, he's one of them. He's one of them Tough Mudder representatives, isn't he?
Nice.
Yeah, I was actually meant to message you to see if you can get me cheap tickets because me and my friends want to do it. I want to use you, but I haven't messaged you yet.
True, actually,
he's
really
not
didn't even
putting
use
it in
the
the
actual.
chat, but he wants you to read it out.
I don't know if I can find it, to be fair. So unless you send it to me, because I think it was on either yesterday or the day before story, so it's gone. Yes, and it's okay. Paul's book. I love plants, and it crosses over with my snake really well. And I crochet baby clothes for the family kids. We are Latino, so lots of kids. Yeah, I get that. No, definitely not putting it in the chat. I cook for my new hobby, and I'm a pet shop worker at a very interesting pet shop royal family visited. Nice, that's cool. People have hobbies outside of reptile keeping. Weird. Yeah, yours is shooting guns though, Alex. Pew pew. I love archery. I've got a sweet 75-pound compound bow.
Nah, mate, it's all about traditional bows, Gary.
Tough Mudder. I'm an ambassador. I was on the radio Thursday talking about bearded dragon morphs. What radio station was that? Yes, I can sort you out discounts. I haven't bought that much. I know it seems a lot, but I don't have that much. Half of the animals are actually my missus. You're so full of shit. Crypto is my hobby.
Snap the cat.
Oh, does drinking wine count as a hobby? I guess. If you do it often enough, yeah.
You don't have to do things often to make it a hobby.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have way too many random hobbies, and yeah, I'm a zookeeper, so I guess I can't get away from reptiles. Yeah, we're gonna get you on the on a live Q&A at some point, Zach, for sure. Ah, Mr. Bailey's backgrounds. You join myself and not George.
AKA not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah, AKA 3-Patho Mangrove Gang.
Right,
okay, I found Kieran's and it was quite a good one, but I'm going to shorten it a little bit. Both
Love
of you
Ben.
pick. It said 5, but let's go for maybe just a couple. 5 other keepers that you support and enjoy, appreciate, whatever, and pick one animal of theirs that you'd love to take if there was no consequences.
Okay, what my caveat to this is we're not allowed to pick our friends. For example, I can't pick Matt.
Right, okay.
So it has to be 3 people that we've never met in person.
Okay.
So we'll do 1 at a time each. You go first.
Okay. Does it count if we've spoken to them on social media?
No, you can speak to them. You've just never personally met them.
Okay. I'm gonna go for. Let's go for Sal at Cryptic Chondros, and I'd have one of his chondros. I'm a big fan. I'd have one of them.
My first pick would be Fryzy's Reptiles. He's a great friend and a great mentor of mine, but I've never met him.
Yeah.
And if I could have anything of his, it would be the Breviquarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, person 2 for you?
Our friend Scandinavian Goannas, and I would have a Flavy for sure, because I've seen them from him and they are stunning.
Yeah, shout out Kenneth. He's a great man, actually.
Shout out Kenneth, absolute geezer.
Another really good friend of mine. It's cliche, but I'm going to go with the Aussies. We could probably do 5, to be fair. I'm going to pick Luke from Beach's Scaly Beasts. I've been watching him forever, and now I'm honoured enough to call him a friend. And, of course, I would have to have one of his all-famous Gillonite.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, there's one that I thought, in actual fact, I've sort of briefly spoken to her recently. Reptilian Garden has a really stunning big Brazilian rainbow boa. I'd go for that one. Yeah, absolutely stunning, that animal, for sure.
I am going to pick Jonas from Rossagon Reptiles.
Geezer, absolute geezer.
My last 2, I'm going to pick people that I'm not friends online with. But I would have from him probably some of his Glauity, his Kimberleys. He's got nice Kimberleys.
So you try Kimberleys for the 7th time?
The 4th time, yeah.
4th time. I would go for the Snake God, and I'd have his northern white-lipped python.
I don't know who that is. The snake.
Yeah, it's spelled God, Gawd, the Snake God. Was it one more? No.
That's 3. So if we're gonna go for 5, I'm trying to think of people. I'm trying to think of someone that I've never spoken to, but I really like their page, and it's hard because I've spoken to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I generally don't know if there's anyone that I can think of off the top of my head that I've never spoken. I've got a good few names in my head, people that I have spoken to. Because normally, if I like someone's page, I'll actually message them and be like, "Oh, I like your stuff."
Yeah.
This is someone actually that I've only spoken to once, and it wasn't even a brief conversation. But Grass is Greener Reptiles, the guy that breeds Prasinus in Australia, he's got some cool stuff, and obviously Prasinus. I have spoken to him, but just to ask him to come on the podcast, so that was kind of it. But yeah, he's got some stellar stuff. He's doing a really good job, actually.
Nice. His entire collection just to save them. His 17 frilled dragons that are kept in a cardboard box. Oh. Damn, where do I go now? This is a tough one. I'll tell you what, I'm starting to run out a little bit now.
I've got a good few names from people that I've spoken to, but I'm trying to think of someone that I've never spoken to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think. There's one I follow, Fram's Cams Chameleons.
Yeah.
I'd go for one of those cams. I think they are pretty stunning.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, Cody Joe, that's it. The Reptile Shop. He's a Canadian monitor breeder. He breeds other stuff as well. He's got loads of cool stuff. But he's doing really, really well with mangroves. He breeds mangroves. He breeds Melinas. He's doing great stuff with Jobiensis. He's got tricolor monitors, and he's a really, really good guy, actually. I wouldn't even want to take any of his animals because he's doing so well with them. So he's got some really cool stuff, and he doesn't get half as much love as he should. He's a great keeper.
Yeah. Mr. Cold Blooded, I think.
I don't know
those. Cold Blooded, as in matey that you had on your podcast with the.
Canadian Cold Blooded.
Canadian Cold Blood, that's it. That's what I meant.
You were saying this Cold Blood. I was like, who's Cold
Blood? No. Canadian Cold Blood. Sorry,
Brandon,
I got the name wrong. Brandon, yeah.
Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. He was super nice. We spoke quite a bit before and after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
It would be a tree monitor of some sort.
He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. And my answer is yes.
I like the
Japanese cave geckos. I think they're stunning. I think they're really cool looking little things.
I was going to get a pair. I was offered a pair.
Yeah.
And then I was like, my room just gets too hot for them in the summer. So
it's
just not worth it. But they're the jet black and orange ones are super nice.
Yeah. Oh, actually, to be fair, Baumer's just reminded me of something else. Reptiliatus and his red-eye crocodile skinks.
Yeah, Diane's a super cool guy. I've spoken to him quite a few times. He's
a lot of cool stuff.
Super nice.
Dan would know, as in about Canadian and Mr. Brandon.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, I thought 5 was going to be a bit many, but we've rattled off about 6 there.
I try my best to message people. I'm terrible at liking and commenting, but I do try my best to message people and be like, "Oh, I love your stuff." I've got someone just message me now asking to buy one of my mangroves.
Was it Kieran?
But yeah, I do. There's a lot of people I speak to, thankfully, over social media. That's a good thing with it. And you just message them and go, "Hey, man, I love this stuff." Or, to be fair, it's mostly majority of hey man. I'm not even going to try and pretend. Majority is hey man, I love your stuff. Keep up good work. And you send people those messages. It's quite nice. I like receiving them, so it's only fair that I sort of give them back.
Yeah. That's fair enough. I like that. Let's have a look. Did I get any other questions? I'm not sure if I did. To be fair, one of the questions about me and George was how did we meet? George, unfortunately, is not here to answer that.
Riddler tried to give me his roughneck because he wanted to be a royal breeder.
I did.
And I went, what the fuck are you doing? You've got this gorgeous, amazing animal and you're going to give it up to breed royals. You battery farming, pyramid scheming, twat.
Mm-hmm.
And he went, yeah, boy.
That's pretty much how it went, to be fair.
Yeah, and after about 3 or 4 days of in-depth speaking, like neurodivergent people do, and told each other about our lifestyles, desires, dreams, and demons, he was like,
after,
you know what?
After knowing each other, like you say, for about 3 days,
Yeah, he was like, I think I will keep this lizard. And I was like, well, duh. And then he made his whole personality that he's destroying the rack, and he's made 1.5 years worth of content out of it.
With still more to come as well.
I
hope everyone's enjoying the destroying the rat content, because it's nearly gone and there's more to come.
He's actually got a really nice nest egg, but he's dragging it out, going, "Oh, guys, I can't keep building it. Oh,
I need at least another year's worth of content." Laurie Torini, she has 100+ snakes, keeps them all really well at high standards, and I would take her super dwarf retic. Tausetti, possibly.
I know who she is, but I've never watched her stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, boy, gang.
You need it on a t-shirt. I would never buy it.
You wouldn't, no.
No. And if you sent me one, I would burn it. But
wow, Paul literally made you a better person and much less insufferable. Am I less insufferable than I was when we first met, or am I more insufferable? I mean, even my own sister wanted to chuck me out of her car earlier on, so that's got to tell you something.
You've become more insufferable as an individual person, just Andrew.
Yeah.
But the Riddler Reptiles, or Andrew Bull's brand, you are less insufferable with that.
Okay.
So as a person, as Andrew, I hate you.
Yeah.
As Riddler Reptiles, you're not too bad. Whereas when we met, Andrew seemed pretty sound, and Riddler Reptiles seemed like a twat. So
swings and roundabouts, all of that. Yeah. Now this I don't agree with. Croc Gang is better than Yeah Boy Gang. Oh no, I don't agree with that.
I haven't even got mine on because I was pretty much naked for this podcast.
But... to be fair, Riddler was on his best behaviour here and not that insufferable. Okay, I'll take that. Buggos.
Honestly, how you're not divorced is beyond me.
I've no idea. Like, especially now, because the thing is what I should do is I should think, right, my wife is pregnant, hormonal, tired, her back hurts, she's struggling. So I need to give her some, I'll help her out a bit. I'll wind her up a little bit less because obviously.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy!
But when I'm there, basically still like bantering her the way I usually would, and she just gives me daggers, and I'm like, bad timing? Yeah, bad timing. I'm like, all right, fair enough. But I can't help myself.
Yeah, boy.
These things, they come out before I realise. So I say them, and then I go, fuck.
Because you have a hate me, brother.
We've been together for nearly 8 years. So if she's not sick of me by now, then I was joking, by the way. It was a pleasure. Appreciate that. Yeah. So yeah, that's how me and Paul met. I was a piece of shit that was trying to become an even bigger piece of shit. And now
I can't remember exactly how it was. It was a really, really long DM, and this is no VAT. This is no lies. And again, please pull me up if I'm making it up or forgetting, because it was a while ago, and we speak sadly a lot, so it all blurs into one. But it was a really long message. It was like, "Hey mate, I know we've never spoken, but I really like your content. I really like what you do with monitors. Blah 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 blah. I'm looking to rehome my monitor. Sadly, I can't part with the enclosure because it's built in. But I'm not after any money. Have that, Kieran. I just want to give my monitor lizard to a good home, blah blah blah. Again, just pretty much singing my praises and being like, and I was like, why? And I think I even replied just really short, like, I haven't got space at the minute, but why? And you sent this big paragraph, and I was just like, and then you were like, oh, I'm trying to make space for our different projects, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, but what? And then you were like, oh yeah, I'm kind of dancing around it. And then we got onto voice noting, and you were saying about doing royals. And again, me being the candid individual that I am, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
but it was that, and
even...
it was also before I realised, because I was saying to you, I don't give her that much of my time. I don't,
Oh yeah,
I don't handle her. I don't, she's left alone quite often. And you were like, so
yeah, that's right. That is right. Yeah.
That's what I was worried about. I was like, oh, she's not getting the attention or the time from me. And you were like, she doesn't want your fucking time and attention. If she's eating, she's got high basking spot, and she's whatever, she's enriched, then she's fine. And I went, oh.
I think, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we look at this in retrospect, now that I actually know you as a person, I think, I'm psychoanalyzing you now, but I think you were like, I want to breed royals, but I bloody love this lizard. How can I justify needing to rehome the lizard? Oh, I don't. The voice notes. I don't give her enough time. Oh yeah. I don't give her enough attention, and that was almost like a way to justify it to yourself that you could move her on, because you know deep down that you didn't. Because it didn't take much to convince you to keep her. So I think deep down you knew you wanted her, but I think also in that time your brain was like, but royals.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the wrong, as you say, echo chambers. That's the problem. And I was watching the wrong people as well. Like I was watching the likes of Canova, Always Evolving Pythons, and they're showing off all of these amazing snakes and these beautiful morphs, and this one goes for this much money and blah blah blah. And obviously for me, my eyes fucking lit up, and I was like, royals are sick. I love them anyway, and if they don't need the space and the blah blah blah, then maybe that's something I can do. I was pulled into the trap, and I've never denied that.
No, you haven't. But I think, like I say, looking back on it in retrospect,
yeah,
because of how quickly your mind shift changed. Because, like, for example, say me with Bumpy, I was always a bit like, do I not? And I was going back on it to and from. It's looking like she's staying now, but anyway, to and from. Whereas with Ragnar, you're like, I think I'm going to part of her. Okay, I'll keep her. Yeah, and that's kind of over the space of a couple of days. That's kind of how
it was like I needed that help.
Slap round the face.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I asked him to take part in a skit, and he was too high and mighty. I weren't doing that, Ken. Sorry, pal. Look at the Royal Market now. He wanted, he's lent me a couple of vivs. He was like, he wanted me to turn up and go, like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? He wanted me to do that with vivs, and I just went,
praise me.
No, you're good, G. No worries.
Please,
look at the Royal Market now. Yeah, the Royal Market's fucked. I mean, I'm still trying to sell a couple of them, and they ain't fucking going anywhere. But
every man and their dog are trying to sell Royals at the minute.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But it was a funny one. It was interesting because, as I say, I saw the work you were doing with monitors. I saw how happy they were, and I was like, well, if they're going to go anywhere, I don't want them to go just anywhere. Well, we hadn't spoken before, but I saw how you were keeping your monitors.
Cold message, yeah.
So I was literally like, if I'm going to send him anywhere, because Ragnar was him at the time. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to go somewhere like there. And then, you voice noted me and went, what are you doing, you dickhead? Keep her. And I went, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but there's this thing. I talk to everyone like that. People message me, and I think they expect like a really thought out, nice response. And whereas I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yeah. So
sometimes it's what's needed, though. To be fair, so there is that.
Yeah. I don't really have the time. I had a lot more time then. I don't really have the time to like do well thought out messages. So I just give you what I'm thinking, and that's it.
Now you won't even swap her for a Prasinus now.
Maybe two.
Sorry, maybe two, yeah. And at Mars Bar, don't forget the Mars Bar, Matt.
If I offered you my pair of Prasinus,
oh God,
and Raven, and a captive Fred Mangrove, would you part?
I don't think I could.
No,
I really don't think I could.
Yeah,
No.
fair play.
I
You
just
have changed, young Riddler.
I adore this lizard so much. Oh, see, this is a good one. I've boring species or beginner, including 3 ball pythons, and honestly, they're my babies. I wouldn't change them for the world, but defo the royal market is fucked. Too many out there. Right. So, with regards to boring species or beginner species, I am pretty much there with you. I've got royals. I've got a leopard gecko, a crested gecko, bearded dragons, a skink. Would you say a blue tongue skink is there or thereabout?
No, I'd say
or is that a
they're,
little bit
they're intermediate. Oh,
intermediate?
They're intermediate, yeah.
A milk snake. Tokays are maybe they're a little bit hard, but yeah, I've got beginner species. But to be honest with you, I don't know if did I put that reel up. I think I put a reel up of me giving my leopard gecko a little head scratch. I still love the beginner species. Like, I know every man and his dog in this hobby probably has them, but I spent that little 2 minutes with my leopard gecko and I remembered why I got her. Like, she's just this little thing. She's about this big and she just fucking sauntered up to the glass. And I was like, oh, hello. Opened the glass, gave her a little scratch, this and that. And she was absolutely fine. And then she went on her merry way. And I was like, that was sick. Like, it's really nice. Like, we do forget how good they are sometimes. It's all well and good saying, you know, I've got my tokays, they're sick. They're a blue lizard with bright orange spots. I've got a black milk snake. I've got a monitor lizard. Now, they are sick, but sometimes we overlook the beginner ones, and sometimes even
you overlook them though because you call them beginner, and you the whole hobby has institutionalized the idea that it's just for a beginner.
Yeah. Like, that's what I mean. No, I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all sentient life. They all do the exact same thing. And the problem is with this hobby, like a lot of people look at me and my keeping, and because I mainly keep varanids, which are upper echelon experience level lizards. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, yeah, you must have kept some. You must have did it." I'm like, no, monitors are just what I like.
Yeah,
like I don't keep them for any other reason. And if you really like royals, then more power to you. Love the royals, keep the royals, keep them well. Show people how well. If you really like leopard geckos, like me and Fee, like I'm hard about getting a leopard gecko again. I think leopard geckos are great.
You were thinking of Black Knight, weren't you?
Well, I would get a wild
if you
type.
could.
I'd get Black Knight, but if I had to pick, if I had the choice, and money wasn't an object, because Black Knights are stupidly expensive. Cool, can you bring me the washing up gloves by Bumpy, please? I'll do the washing up. Okay. But
to be fair, we'll probably start seeing this out soon, so I can go and spend a bit of time with them as well before she goes to sleep. But I would
choose a wild type leopard gecko over a Black Knight. I won't say one. Okay, I would choose a wild type leopard gecko over a Black Knight. I just have an affinity towards black animals. But this whole problem with beginner species, like, you almost are brainwashed into thinking that, oh, but I've been keeping for 3 years now. I shouldn't have a corn snake, or I shouldn't have a royal, or I shouldn't have a leopard. I should be up on a blue tongue, or I should be keeping a pink tongue, or I should be keeping.
It's almost like going up in levels. Yeah,
it's a load of rubbish.
And it's not.
It's a load of rubbish.
Yeah. So yes, I have 2 cresties, 3 royals, 3 corns, leopard gecko, bearded dragon. I'm assuming bearded dragon or bearded gecko. I'm assuming bearded dragon. Blue tongue skink, hog noses, sand boa, BRB, and 3 tortoises. But I find everyone gathering to the bigger species. Yeah, but again, if those are the ones you love, then absolutely spot on. We have a lot of the same animals, Riddler. That's because we're absolute legends, Gary. Now I have a BRB. I've gathered more valuable followers, which sucks. My leopard gecko is 9, and she's still the best thing that's ever happened to him.
Bearded geckos are a thing, by the way.
Are they?
She's corrected it. Yeah,
Bearded dragon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but there are, and then you get bearded chameleons as well, which aren't even chameleons.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Australia, Reptile Laws. Yeah, see, this is one thing that I did want to talk with Zach about when he comes on, because he was telling me that in order to, I think it's in some of the states in Australia, in order to be able to keep a frilled dragon, you have to keep a bearded dragon for 2 years first, even if you don't want a beardy. Mad. Yeah. That's mad. Like, I understand that you've got to have, their licensing and laws and things like that, but to tell people they've got to have an animal they maybe don't want first, it's a bit, yeah.
I can understand why, because, for example, let's use monitors. If you don't like Gelanai or Akis or stuff like that, and you really want a tree monitor, but you've never really experienced a monitor, they are hard work.
Yeah.
So it does make sense. Because, for example, I'm going to be completely 100% real. If a random stranger messaged me, I'm in the dark
Oops.
now. If a random stranger messaged me and went, "Oh, Paul, hey, I really want a tree monitor. Can I please turn my lights on? I still have lights at this end of the room. Thank you." Let me see if I can do something real quick. Hang on.
Oh.
Nope, not that one. Put me on full screen, baby.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, 2 more monitors.
Yeah, buddy.
Whoa. Everybody, cover your ears. Right, bear with me. Cover your ears.
That wasn't too bad.
Tiny geckos.
Oh, they're so cute.
Tiny geckos.
Are they the stenos?
Stenos, yeah. I sadly had to sell my picture. Right?
Yeah.
Because your boy had no money. Oh,
they are sick. They are so sick. I love them. They're so cool, man.
Hang on. Oh, my luminizer's gone off. Oh, tree monitor.
Oh yeah. Oh, monitor. Just hiding in the background as you do. Standard.
Yeah, right. Anyway, it's back to me now. I forgot what we were talking about.
There's lots of expensive high-end animals that, if it wasn't for the cost, would be beginner species.
Yeah. That light's going to go off in a minute and put me in the dark.
Agreed. That is why, instead of another animal, I upgraded my corn and stretched myself by doing it bioactive too. Yeah.
Why is it just the Bull Show Riddler?
Why is it what?
Just the Bull
Show. Hang on. I forgot to exit the solo. There we go. I'm back again. We've said it before. It should be a hardest to kill level instead of beginner or advanced. If you like an animal, learn everything you can about the animal and do it right. Well, yeah, to be honest, the thing I've oh, they're sick.
That's fully grown. That's it. You want to monitor everyone?
That's so sick.
That's it. It's as big as they get. There you go. Done.
So good. Yeah, one thing I've started seeing recently is, instead of people saying, "Oh yeah, start with a beardy," or "start with a leopard gecko," a lot of people started saying, "Find out what you want." Like Gary just said, find out what you want and just smash the life out of the research on that, instead of going, "Oh, I'm going to get a leopard gecko first." Find out what you want and do everything you can to get it, and get it properly. And I like that.
I've been trying to champion that for ages, because I hate, because the whole reason that Paul's monitor started is because I wanted to keep monitors when I was younger, and everyone was like, "Oh no, they're too hard. You need experience. You need this. Start with this. Start with that." I've kept nearly everything under the sun. It's never scratched the itch. Now I keep what I've always wanted to keep, and I'm happy. Go figure.
It's crazy, that,
isn't it? My best. Yeah, you wouldn't never thought it, but I do my best to help people understand that Varanids are harder work than, for example, a bearded dragon. We're plunging into darkness.
That's all right. We'll do a few more messages, and then we'll probably start wrapping up anyway.
My bearded dragon's going crazy, but he wants to come out. Well, she wants to come out. But yeah, I just try my best to help people now, and if I can't help people, then I try and find someone that can. But I'm very, very, very fortunate that I've kept so many different species that I can help with more or less most things. What are you doing? Will you just chill out, bro? So yeah.
God damn it, dragon. Zach is getting some Gelanai as well.
Gelanai are the best monitors in the goddamn thing. Maybe not the best monitors in the world, but they're the best Audatria outside of Glebal Palmer.
Our hobby isn't that big. I feel like people get the beardies, then feel like they're too hard and leave the hobby. Yeah,
beardies are easy in comparison. But don't be wrong, they're still hard work. People care for bearded dragons wrong. And majority of bearded dragons in captivity overweight. I mean, look how small this dragon's, nearly 3 years old.
Yeah.
You know, she's tiny. That's what they should look like. She jumps around, runs around. That's what, you know.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, she's so skinny." She's not. That's just what a bearded dragon looks like.
No.
Tiny, skinny little dragon.
Yeah. So, another day, another dragon. Would that Gill and I be fine in a 3x4x2?
3 long, 4 high, 2 deep. That's the same size as that. Yeah, you get a pair in there easy.
There you go. If so, I'll build another Viv that size. I got that viewpoint from Paul, so you are being heard, Paul. Sorry, my thumb slipped. Yeah, sweet. All right. Right, I tell you what, let's start closing out. To be fair, 18 people in chat. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to Riddler Reptiles and to Not All Heroes Wear Capes, otherwise known as Paul's monitors. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Paul. Appreciate you coming on, even though it was initially a joke, but here you are, an hour and 35 minutes later.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
For those of you who were here for myself and George, I'm hoping she's all right. Like I say, I've still not heard from her. And as long as she is, we'll try and reschedule for another day. But yeah, appreciate you all. Love you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the comments, just all of the support. Really appreciate you. To be fair, I think I'm like 55 subs off of 2K. So, like I say, any subs will help out massively. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Have a good night, and we'll see you again soon. Peace out.